is Kelly Ussery, and I'm going to tell you my story. I had a drug addiction for a very long time. Started out with opiates, and then it led into meth. I went to many different rehabs. Nothing ever clicked to me, and I never stayed sober after I went to those. So I've always had that urge to do something, and I'm finally getting to where I don't have that urge anymore. The services I received at DCS were tough. It was a struggle to get through at first. Luckily, I didn't have any drug charges. Although it played a big part in my story.
Yeah.
My husband and I, who I was married to for 14 years, we've got 2 beautiful kids. Started seeing trouble after my parents died. And that's when the drugs really... Also, I was dealing with, when my mom died, I was put in the same ICU room that she died in, 30 minutes later. So I never dealt with that.
Yeah.
And then drugs became a huge part of my life. And within 2 years, I hit rock bottom.
Yeah.
I lost my husband, lost my children. And I'm still fighting to see them again. So it's been a rocky road, but everybody at the DCS office, they taught me what to do with the loneliness of missing my children. All the other rehabs that I had been to never showed me what to do with the struggle of everyday life. At DCS, they did. And at first, I spent 10 months in jail, and it was kind of get out of jail free card, because COVID was happening. DRC wasn't happening. So as soon as I got out, I see myself going back to the same things. Finally, probation opened up. And from then on, it was my probation officer, all my counselors, they seen me struggle. But they kept pushing me and pushing me and pushing me, and something clicked. I did all my homework with them, all my AAs, I got a sponsor, I worked all the steps, and it was almost the death of me. I made amends where I could. Some of them didn't go so well, but that's life that's happened. Still, things were going good with my kids when I first got out, and now it's kind of stopped, and that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
But I don't have that urge to go back and use, and I can call DCS whenever I feel like I need to. I know they're there. So you have classes. I probably took 8 classes. They all would start 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning. There'd be some days that I would go 3 times a day. We would go in, talk about anything that was bothering us. We kept a day count of our sobriety. We did calendars and schedules, which really helped me. It showed me spots that I needed to figure out. And if something was happening, I had downtime, I knew that I needed to either get to a meeting or get back to class. Drug screens, I mean, that really kept me, although, I mean, it is what it is. I did a lot of drug screens. I'm still doing them. And I know that I have to do that. Classes, MRT was the one that would work the steps in. That class, I struggled in that class because I had to kind of relive everything that has ever happened. So yeah, I really want to see my kids again, and I want them to know that good people make mistakes, but they don't have to. It doesn't have to be a death sentence, I guess you could say. I've moved up in my job to assistant manager within a year, and I put my heart into that, and I hope to have my own store one day. But a big reason I'm doing this is because I've had a lot of people that wanted to not necessarily see me fail, but didn't think I could do it. And I want to show them I can. It was never, is she going to mess up? It was going to be when is she going to mess up? And I want them to know that this time it's sticking with me. And I've had a lot of things I used to say taken from me, but my actions are what got them taken from me. And so if it takes me a lifetime to get them back, it will. I see it daily in there. People not wanting to complete the program.
Oh, no.
And I didn't either when I first started. I was like, no, I'm not doing this. Didn't know how I was going to do it. I mean, I got out of jail, no place to live, no car, no nothing.
Yeah.
And then everything just started happening. Don't give up. And there's going to be hard days. I was telling somebody last night that I had a real hard day. Crying is going to happen. I don't have family I can call, but I know I have people at DCS to call. And they have been a rock for me. They come to my job, and even just if it's just to check on me, because I mean it's meant a lot to me.